Welcome to the Proactive Woman podcast. I'm your co-host, Fran Marie, and here's our fabulous host, Joyce Palmer. She's the managing partner and CEO of JP Financial Group. Just call 704-543-6269 or just visit the website, jpfinancialgroupllc.com. Hey, Joyce.
Hello, Francine. How are you?
I am good, but I know you have been busy with open enrollment.
I have been busy. This is one of the busiest times of the year. It's the fourth quarter, and it's open enrollment for Medicare. It's open enrollment for health insurance through the marketplace. It's open enrollment for many people who have health insurance through their employers. So all of that's going on. And then I managed to have a birthday too in the fourth quarter.
Yes. So today, I know we're having a guest. She's back, y'all. She's back.
Yes.
She's back.
By popular demand.
Yes.
Oh.
So we want to introduce our fabulous Trish, because we know, and she knows, that nurses are born to care, but now it's time for them to prepare for open enrollment in financial futures and take care of themselves first.
It is.
Right?
Oh my gosh, it is. It is. We always, so thank you for the invitation to be here again. I love being with you ladies, and cheers to you on your birthday, Joyce. So excited to be here. No, I totally agree. As nurses, I've been a nurse for a long time, y'all. And as nurses, we always, without hesitation, jump right in and take care of our patients. It's what we do as servant leaders. It's what we've been called to do for the entirety of my life. And the nurses I've worked with over the years, they never hesitate to jump in and support their patients, to care for them. But what are we doing about ourselves, right? During COVID, we saw so many people saying, "Oh, we're burned out. We're burned out." We've been burned out a long time, but people finally. I feel like we finally got seen. We were finally seen. And I thought, well, we need to take care of ourselves in the exact same way, literally the exact same way we take care of our patients. When we prioritize our own holistic health and wellness, which is, it's self-care, which is, could be a crazy buzzword, but we're talking about boundaries and balance. We're talking about intentional focus on ourselves, because without us, where are our patients going to be? If we are not fully prepared for them, supporting them, when we are not fully prepared to take care of ourselves, we can't be fully prepared to take care of our patients. Right. And that means spiritual wellness, health, holistic wellness, financial wellness, intentionally investing in ourselves from a financial perspective with your future retirement goals. That also means professional development. It also means taking a look at how are you caring for yourselves every day? And are you caring for yourselves every day? Too often I hear that they join an organization, right? And they're automatically invested in a 403B. And I can't tell you how many conversations I've had over the years. Trish, what's a 403B? Mm-hmm. I don't understand that. Well, I have a business background as well as a nursing background, and I understand it. But a lot of my colleagues over my 20 plus years in nursing don't. And we don't understand or learn. We don't learn finance until we're in grad school, which is something I've been working on in my professional life for literally the past 20 plus years. For me, it's about helping nurses understand that when they are grounded within themselves, meaning they understand their needs, they are acting on those needs, and they are actively preparing for their future best selves, they are the best caregivers of their patients, because that's what we're teaching them every day. Mm-hmm. So we need to model that for them, and just the same way.
Exactly. And we got to tell people that Trish Richardson, we got to tell folks that Trish Richardson is the former president of the North Carolina Nurses Association. And she's the kind of leader who reminds us that nurses just don't save lives. They shape the system. They speak the truth. And they deserve the same care they give their patients.
Yeah. Now, I say that all the time. I find in my years of working with nurses on the financial side, they come in and you hear the passion in their voice, how they take care of everyone, and they take care of their patients. They take care of their family, because if they're a nurse at work, there's certainly a nurse at home as well, for the whole family, extended families, and friends as well. And then when it's time to talk about what are you doing to take care of you, there's this pause. And they're like, well, I'm like, hey, you have to start doing self-care, self-love for yourself. And I think it's ingrained in them that they are wired to take care of other people, but it's not ingrained in them to take care of themselves, right?
It's true. Oh my gosh, I couldn't agree more, because if we're not taking care of ourselves, we're not going to be there for them.
Right. Right.
We're just not going to be there for them. And I think about it from a financial perspective, right? Because I was a stockbroker. And when I would work with my clients and I would prepare this elaborate, financial plan, they tell me like, Trish, this is where I want to be. I'm like, okay, well, you've got a future. Let's work our way back to get you there. This is what you're doing every day as an advisor. You're guiding your clients, right? So when I transitioned to nursing, it was caring for my patients' holistic health and wellness. We knew where they wanted to be. We built back the plan to get there. So when I talk to my colleagues, as I have for over 20 years, I'm like, you ask me all the time, like, what's a 403B? Well, what have you done to understand what that is for yourselves and what that vehicle can do for you? When I would have, financial conversations with them, they're like, well, how do I know what I need to invest in? Well, where do you want to be? What do you want to do in your future? Identify for yourselves the future that you want, just like you help identify with your patients what they want, and then build your path to get there. And I say, we're thinking about open enrollment and things like that. You've got HSAs, you've got other opportunities and ways that you can secure that future. And here's one thing I would tell them. You have a 403B or you have an investment vehicle. Here's what I would tell them. Do not leave the money on the table.
Right.
That's free money. That's free money. Yeah. They're like, well, I have to invest in it. I'm like, well, there's a reason why. A lot of times, more times than not, you're not going to have a pension anymore. Their pensions are not there. Yeah. So that what you need to do is take the reins for yourself. Yeah. I go back to self-care. You take care of your patients. You know what they want for their future. What do you want for yourselves? Yeah. That's a form of self-care. Identifying what that is. Like we said, don't leave money on the table. Find the right vehicles. Find the right advisors to work with, also known as Joyce Palmer. Find those individuals that you can trust, that know nurses, that respect nurses. If you're working in a hospital or an institution and they may not have, typically they're not going to have someone staffed from their investment company, but you can book an appointment. A lot of times those appointments are during the day. Yeah. I worked nights for 10 years. I'm tired. I want to go home. So then you go out into the community and you find someone, Joyce Palmer, that you can trust, that you can work with, or someone in your community. I'm just, because Joyce is an esteemed colleague and friend, and she knows the business and she cares deeply about nurses. Find someone who you believe in, that believes in you. Identify that future, especially during open enrollment. But the most important thing is this is a form of self-care. It's not taboo. It's not just a phrase. Take care of your future selves by taking the steps today to identify what you want and then chart that journey to get there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I appreciate that, Tris, a lot, because I say some of those ditto, 401k, free money, don't leave money on the table, get your matching contributions, understand tax efficiency, planning with the tax side of it, which is something that's not always been around, unfortunately. So the 401ks today, in many cases, do offer you an opportunity to participate in a Roth. And that's a fairly new concept for retirees to understand. And so a lot of the nurses, especially the ones that I know that have that ability to use that in their 401k, when it's explained to them and they get it, it's like, oh, wait a minute. So yeah, I like the idea of not having to pay taxes later. That sounds good. Yeah. So and my question is, a lot of times when I'm explaining things, if I can share what it looks like on the other side, the after. So after you do self-care, after you put yourself first for change, and after you financially start being proactive, what's the rewards? What it looks like on the other side, 30, 40 years after you've done this and you've had a career that you put self-care in there. So sometimes having them understand what it looks like can get them excited and motivated to do it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you just described a care plan for a patient. That's beautiful. Are you sure you're not a nurse? You sure you're not a nurse? because everything you just said.
In the sight of blood, I would faint, right? First times all the time. I would never trade your job. You are the heroes for sure. Sight of blood, I'm like, oh, I'm out.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, I tell you, but I think about what you're doing and the passion that you have for nurses. You're the hero and champion of nurses becoming independent financial thinkers and doers. That's how I see what you're doing. That's why I was so excited when friends like, do you want to come back? I'm like, yes, I'm coming back. But I think about what you just said. It's envisioning that future, what it could look like.
Yeah.
You want to retire at the beach? Do you want to keep working until you're 87? Because I'm going to give you all a little inside baseball because we just had the World Series, right? Go LA. I think LA won. Good for them. Nurses don't ever really retire. I say that because it's not that they feel like they have to keep working. It's that they can't stop working. I know nurses who are still floor nurses, have been doing floor nursing for over 40 years that are still work. Some of them still work nights and they're in their 70s. And it's because they love it and they're still good at it. And they're so passionate for their patients.
Yeah.
I want them to get that within their bones for themselves. And I'll say nurses coming out of school now, when I'm out talking to nurses, again, just, working with, as a coach and as a motivational speaker with Leadwell, with my company, I go out and I talk to nurses all the time. I give keynotes all the time. And these are nurses who are unafraid. These young nurses coming out now, yes, they're new grads, but I don't like that term because really they're our peers. Once you pass the NCLEX, I think it's called Next Gen, you're my peer. I might have a few extra decades on you, but you're my peer. So I see that and I let them know that with my actions, my thoughts, and my words. And they're coming out more and more. And they're like, Trish, I have questions. I'm like, I love you for having questions. Right. Because what you described in that, what I call a care plan, it's a financial plan. You would tell the nurses, this is what I can't tell you what your future needs to look like. If you want to live in the mountains or you want to live on the beach or if you want to keep working because nurses, I'm still going to be teaching. I'll finish my doctorate of nursing practice in July. I can't stop. And I'm doing that because I want to keep giving back to the profession that's given me so much. And we've got opportunities now with younger nurses coming out that are like, okay, you're gonna mandatory investing in a retirement vehicle, whatever that is. I want to know what it is. I want to know why. This is a shift, a generational shift that I predict you will see more and more because I'm seeing it from a leader perspective, from Leadwell. Again, not from NCNA or ANA. This is from me personally. My experience is that nurses today are asking the questions. They're unafraid. So when we infuse this power of self-care, that mindset of self-care, we're going to see another generational shift where they're going to be even more prepared because they have brought resources to bear to be prepared for their future selves, their future financial health and wellness.
Yeah.
Wow. So okay, public speakers. Okay, public speakers. How can we book both of y'all? I know Trish is leading now.
Yeah, we should do a road trip together. That would be.
Oh, I would love that.
That would be so amazing.
All right, I'm going to get my calendar. Where are we going? We're doing it.
That's a great idea.
We could do it. We could have like Fran could moderate. All three leaders of all three of us will be on the stage. We'll have three big comfy chairs, have a panel discussion, and we book venues and we go on tour. I love it.
I think
I love it.
The girls are going on the road, y'all.
I do. I'm like, I would say, if I could say one last thing about what we're talking about here. I don't know if we're wrapping yet, but one of the things that's just come into my mind is that as I'm talking to nurses now from a Leadwell perspective in my profession, I tell them to don't hesitate. You take that one step today.
Yeah.
You advocate for your patients. And I think about how, we think about the power of nurses, and I think, it's the power of our presence, right? And in our patients' lives. But here are two steps I think that we're not missing. It's just an opportunity that we're not seeing yet. It's an opportunity to advocate and use the power of our own presence in our own lives from a work perspective, yes, but from a self-care, holistic, mental, emotional, spiritual, professional development space. That voice in the new generation is stronger than I've ever seen it. I will say that voice is one for me, when I see them, I get excited because they're the ones that are going to they continue to advocate for change and bring evidence-based practice and research to the bedside to incorporate that evidence to promote exceptional outcomes and better experiences for patients. We need to take that same passion
with us
in our own lives. We need to bring it back to ourselves, because if we're not taking care of ourselves, we can't be there for our patients. So that could be our message on the roadshow.
I love it. I love it. That's the thing that we have to constantly remind them. That just hit me. I had a conversation just recently with a nurse. She's been a nurse for over 20 some years, and she was talking about transitioning from being in mental health and going into more administrative stuff. And so I asked her, she said, I needed a break from mental health. And my self-care told me that I needed a break from the mental health area. I still love nursing. I still love what I do, but I needed to make that transition. So she was talking about it, as she was saying that I know I had many, many more years of experience on this side, and I probably could retire sooner. Go into another area where I could still be nursing, but not mental health. She said, because I was starting to bring it home. And I thought that was really interesting because she recognized it, but I thought about it. I said, you know what? I think that's self-care to recognize that she needed to make that transition. So,
yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Because a lot of times you'll see nurses, just my experience, they're afraid to say anything. They're afraid to speak up. They're afraid to say, I'm tired. I need a break. I need that grilled cheese sandwich. I need to run downstairs. Can somebody just watch my people for like 11 minutes? Let me run downstairs. Go get it. I'll eat it on the way back up in the elevator. Because we feel like we just can't stop.
Right.
But something we just can't stop for our patients. Where is that passion for our own wellness?
Yeah.
Why is that okay? Well, and I think about this, the younger generation, they're speaking up saying it's not okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm hearing nurses saying, I'm going to prioritize myself. I have questions about that. Well, what do you mean by that? Like I gave a speech about a year and a half ago, and I had a nurse come back up to me and say, I had no idea. I had no idea these resources were available to me. I had no idea that my voice was that important. I'm like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And so we hugged, we cried it out, and she was so excited. And she's a student. She was a student. And her teachers were showing her. And then I modeled that for her. I didn't model it for her. I was talking about it in a speech. And she came up afterwards. And it was like the bookends were there. Her professors are telling her, I'm showing her in real life what happens when you prioritize yourself. And she said, I get it. I get it. And I think she was maybe 21, maybe 2021. And I'm like, well, I'm 55. So I'm glad you're getting it because you're going to be taking care of me. Because again, nurses never retire. But I love that nurse shared that with you, is that she recognized for herself, I need a break. I need a break or I'm going to break. That's it. I need a break or I'm going to break. And I go back to take the lunch break, advocate for yourself, ask for that shift off, get someone to cover for you. And I think we may have talked about this in our last podcast, or maybe it was as we were getting ready for this chat. But when you explain the why behind, maybe it was the future self, the future conversation, or for that nurse, that care plan, right? And I think when you explain the why behind the ask, like why, here's a question. I'm joining an organization. I'm a brand new new nurse. I have RN, wet on my badge. Why am I required to why am I required to invest in a 403b? What is a 403b? Well, what other investment vehicles are available to me? Well, what are my medical choices? What are my medical options? Well, what is this? Do I need? I don't. What is it? Oh God, I don't want to say Aflac. I'll say Aflac, not to say that for that organization, but just in general, that emergency insurance. Well, what are those things? Old school. I'm old school. When I join organizations, I'm like, just check box. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. And I knew what I was doing because I have a business background.
Right.
Nurses today are coming out and they're asking the questions. They want to know the why. So go back to understanding the why behind an ask. When you go to your supervisor to say, I need a break. I've worked four 12-hour shifts.
Mhm.
I know I have a weekend coming up, but I need Monday too. And here's why.
Right.
Advocate for yourselves. When I would teach my patients, educate them on things they can do for themselves. They're like, well, I didn't know I could get a bath at 1:00 instead of at 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, heck yeah, you can. Absolutely, you can. And I will say this from an international perspective. I just got back from Moldova. I went to Moldova with the North Carolina Moldova Nursing Collaborative. It was such a blessing, such a gift to be there. And this collaborative, we've been working to teach and train nurses in Moldova who are, let's say they're just about 33 years out from Soviet rule. Mm-hmm. And they're working so hard. They have an amazing leader and leadership team with their the Nursing Association of the Republic of Moldova. And some of the things that they're doing now that they haven't done before was teaching self-care to their patients. Because the old world mentality was, oh, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. And they told us that. And they shared the outcomes of what their patients are able to do for themselves. They're able to stay. They're doing the things for themselves and staying in their communities longer, and they're not being readmitted. Same mentality. Flip it around for yourselves. Think about what it would mean for yourselves and your family if you took care of yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually, professional development, financially. You can promote financial stability of the future by taking the actions today to get there.
Yeah.
That is the key. And it's bringing the resources to bear, younger nurses asking the questions, younger nurses being the ones to step up and stand out and stand in for nurses who might need a little bit more support in using their voices. I know I have a lot of friends that are nurses, been a nurse a long time. Sometimes they're like, it's fine, I'll just go along with it. I've seen younger nurses come up and say, heck no, we're not. That's right. So we're just not doing it that way. It's and I will say they say it this way, and it has been said for a long time. Nurses they're resistant to change. And we go back, Joyce, to what you said. It's like explaining, this is the why. Here's the why behind it. They call it in nursing, it's called the sacred cow. And no disrespect to any religion or anything like that. That's just the phrasing that's been used, not mine, just saying it's a phrase. It's like, it's a sacred cow. It's always done this way. It's always been done this way. The younger nurses are not seeing it that way. They're like, no, we're going to change it. No, I'm going to raise my hand. I'm going to ask questions. So I feel strongly that there's going to be this generational shift from a stability perspective, from a financial wellness perspective for the younger generation of nurses who will then, they are now and will continue to be role models for us as I don't want to say older, I'm going to say seasoned.
That's right.
Seasoned nurses. I'm not older, I'm seasoned.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
If you're just not tuning in, we're bantering about the many roles nurses balance while taking care of themselves, their financial futures, their families, their neighbors, right? Because don't tell your neighbor that you're a nurse, because you're going to knock on the door.
I do it every day. I do it all the time. I'm like, and if you need anything, I'm a nurse. I'm right around the corner. Like, they all have my phone number. We just moved to this amazing small community here in Curie Beach, North Carolina, where my husband grew up. And we had a couple of friends over for Halloween, and I let them know, like, I'm a nurse. So if you need anything, I'm here for you. It's what we do. Why are we not doing that for ourselves? Bring the resources to bear. You know the future you want for your patients. You don't have any issue bringing it up and talking about it with them. You know the future you want. And if you don't know the future you want for yourselves from a financial perspective, what your future retirement goals are, reach out to professionals, reach out to Joyce, reach out to friends and neighbors who you know that you trust, and ask them to help you shape that future. It's not, self-care is not just talk. It's about balance, and it's about being bold to step up and stand in for yourselves and let people know that, you know what, I need support. This is where I want to go. And I'm going to bring the resources to bear, just like I would for my patients, to make that reality, to make that future a reality for me and my family.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, Trish is the former president of the North Carolina Nurses Association. You know? And the website that we can catch up with you is leadwellhealthcollective.com.
It is. Yes. Yeah. So I'm doing motivational speaking, keynotes, strategic governance advising for boards, for-profit, not-for-profit, also team coaching as well, team building, and working with clients in the tech sector as well. But my greatest passion is just advancing nursing forward, like just building that passion for nurses, really just finding their voice, speaking their truth, and recognizing that they matter, that they absolutely matter. And this conversation we're having today speaks directly to that. It's because their voices matter. Speak up, speak out. And for me, it's helping to build the future of nursing that will one day take care of all of us.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Our host, Joyce Palmer, managing partner and CEO of JP Financial Group. You got to call her at 704-543-6269 or just go online, jpfinancialgroupllc.com. We are talking about it today. So nurses, hey girls, hey guys, right? Because we have many nurses too.
Yes, we do.
We do. Oh, we have many, but we still need more. We still need more. I mean, I think we have just over 5.5 million registered nurses now. Wow. Throughout the country. And we have in North Carolina, I think registered nurses, I think we have 170,000 registered nurses. And we're growing more and more every single day. But we need all cultures, all backgrounds, all diverse. We need absolute diversity. And that's what we celebrate in North Carolina. And it's what we celebrate from the national perspective with the American Nurses Association. For me, it's about just that rallying cry that we matter. It wasn't just during the pandemic. Yes, the spotlight was on us. But it's always been us. Mm-hmm. But we don't seek the spotlight, but COVID brought the spotlight to us. Mm-hmm. So we want to maintain our fierce advocacy for our patients. But for us, like today in this conversation, we got to remind nurses, and I still have to remind myself every day, I've got to start with myself because I can't be anything to anyone else if I don't take care of myself. Financial, spiritual, holistic, mental, all of it. It's not just a saying, self-care. It's about being. It's about being.
Yeah. And we're going to make it past open enrollment. So because it can get overwhelming.
Yeah, it can.
Well, we will. We are in the final countdown rounds. We've got maybe 20 more days to go. December 7th ends open enrollment for Medicare, but then we started November 1st for health insurance on the marketplace. And as I said, many employees are doing their benefits around this time as well. So I encourage people, do not try to figure it out on your own. If you have questions, even if you think it's an easy or simple question, call. That's what we're here for. We do the 20-minute strategy calls where we just talk through your options. 704-543-6269. No judgment, 20-minute strategy call, complimentary. Get your questions answered. Make sure you're comfortable with your choices that you're making. This open enrollment, especially now in the climate that we're in, the healthcare industry is being challenged with some of the new legislation that's recently passed. So I encourage everyone to take a double look and make sure that you're maximizing your benefits and you're getting your questions answered.
Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all got to pick out the outfits for when y'all get on stage and do this road today. Because I'm ready for that.
Well, I like this pink blue combination. Pink, of course.
That's true.
But I like the blue also because in our logo, I think we have blue and pink. So I like the pink and blue combination.
Nice. I love it. I think with Leadwell, I think I chose like a deep, like a royal blue and a gold.
Oh, yeah.
So I think all those colors will work.
That would look beautiful.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Well, I would just want to.
So good.
Being in the company of y'all is just, it's a gift. It's a gift. So Trish, thank you. Trish Richardson, thank you for all those years.
Yeah.
All those years.
Oh my gosh. It's been such a joy and a gift and a blessing that God has given me the breath in my lungs every day to keep doing this work. Every day I wake up and I look up, I'm like, all right, what you got? Let's go. He woke me up again. And I don't say that, flippantly or use it loosely. I look at it every day and I'm like, he didn't have to wake me up. So I'm going to continue to do everything that he's asking me to do every single day with every single breath. And Fran, girl, you are a part of this. We are the trifecta. This is the whole thing. It is. I mean, for me, it's about raising awareness for so many reasons. And it's reminding nurses, reminding my peers across the country, across the world, that we matter. Our voices matter. You do not have to have a voice. I'm sorry, you do not have to be a leader to use your voice.
Use your
You
voice.
do not have to have a title to be a leader, and you do not have to be a leader to use your voice. And start with yourselves because you matter.
That's a T-shirt. Yeah.
I love that. I love it. This has been awesome.
So everyone go right now, JP Financial Group, LLC.com. Go to leadwellhealthcollective.com. Keep in touch with Trish. I'm going to let y'all close it out because y'all got this.
Oh, go ahead, Joyce. Go ahead, Joyce.
I'm again excited and happy to have Trish with us. And I want to just make sure all of the nurse clients that I work with, know that you are there and use you as a resource. And ladies and gentlemen, because we have gentlemen nurse clients as well. Self-care.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, 1,000%. Everything you just said. And I would say, to my colleagues, I know, even though I'm no longer at the bedside, I have a lot of years, and my dance goes about gave out on me numerous times, y'all. And you know what I'm talking about. But I just remember thinking to myself, it's such a gift to be a servant leader, and doing God's work every single day. That's what I see you doing in every corner of the world. And I just want you to take that same passion. I'm desperate for you to take that same passion for yourselves, advocating for yourselves, being your own voice. When you feel like you need resources, you feel like you need that support, you feel like, as Joyce said earlier, that one nurse that said, I needed to take a break from the mental space because her mental was weighing on her. And she made that choice. She advocated for herself. Use your voice to speak up. And reach out to me as well anytime at leadwellhealthcollective.com. There's plenty of ways for us to connect. And most importantly, just know that I'm here for you as a nurse. I've been a nurse for a long time. I'll continue to be a nurse because, like I said, we don't retire. I want to be here to support you in every way, and taking care of yourselves starting today. That's probably the final takeaway. Start today. Don't wait to take care of yourself. And this is open enrollment. It's a great opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm excited. And I'll be the first to say, Happy New Year.
Yeah. I love it.
It's coming.
I know. I'm loving the earrings. The earrings got me. I love that. That is fabulous. It's fabulous. It's perfect.
Well, we all light up the world in our unique way. And I'm just grateful to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, same. It's just been fun. We got to do it again.
Yes. All right. Happy holidays, everybody. Joyce, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would say thank you.
Yes.
All right.
This is the Proactive Women Podcast. Go to jpfinancialgroup.llc.com, and you can also get in touch with Trish. And we want you to have the most amazing holiday ever. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.